You receive loot. Rolong Jama Snapper.
Gonna get in a dead clone here. Yeah. And then I am of a mind to go try out. Oops.
You receive loot. Roll off frenzy.
To go try out. Oops.
You receive loot. Roll off frenzy. Receive loot. Roll off frenzy.
No, it's not AFK enough. No, I was thinking I would do Abyssal in Tristan, but it's still not AFK enough. I think my original idea is good, so we'll go to faction warfare.
You receive loot. Roll off frenzy.
And I will go look at yep, faction warfare. And I will enlist with Caldari. Or, I guess I could list for Galente this time. Let's just enlist with Galente, that's fine. Initiate enlistment. Oh, my phone's ringing, damn it. Oh, nice, I don't have to answer it, though. Nope. Okay, so, well, okay. So we're open faction selection. Galente initiated nearest list is a Naro Quave company. No, I'll just or, well, I guess I could go. Well, no. I will try what I was initially going to do. Open fashion selection and go back. I want to try Caldari. Enlist me. Get in a Tristanity board. $15 mil each time, but that's all right. And personalize for chromo dynamic candy. Cool. Then we will pick where we're going, which is going to be a back system in a pocket there. That one. And yes, that's perfect. Undock. I'm sorry. Insure. Yes, and then undock. The fisherman just walks in circles all day, and his fucking his boots are annoying me. I don't know. The fishing buddies volume is too loud. Drop it down to like 26 or something like that. Yeah.
You receive loot. Roll off frenzy.
Autopilot engaged.
You receive loot. Roll on Jamad's never.
Warping to Stargate. Warp drive active.
You receive loot. Raw brilliant small fish.
No, I want you to turn that aspect of it off because it's pissing me off. Don't enhance fishing sounds. Okay, then
Approaching Stargate.
yeah, it's fine. I wonder if I can tackle this mauler. Go.
Autopilot jumping.
Restricted by safety system. Oh. Name.
Warfare has gone offline.
Warp drive active. Autopilot jumping. Warping to Stargate. Warp drive active. Approaching Stargate.
You receive loot. Raw bristle whisker catfish.
Autopilot jumping.
You receive loot. Roll off frenzy.
Warping to Stargate. Warp drive active.
You receive loot. Roll off frenzy. You
Approaching
receive loot.
Stargate.
Raw bristle whisker catfish.
I killed these ghost ball runners. They drop 2 grey items that
You receive loot. Roll on Jamad's never.
Autopilot jumping. Warping to Stargate. Warp drive
Receive loot.
active.
Roll off frenzy. You You receive loot. Raw long jaw mud snapper. You receive loot. Raw long jaw mud snapper.
Approaching Stargate. Autopilot jumping.
You receive loot. Raw long jaw mud snapper.
Warping to Stargate. Warp drive active.
You receive loot. Raw long jaw mud snapper. You receive loot. Raw bristle whisper
Approaching
catfish.
Stargate.
You receive loot. Raw brilliant small fish.
Autopilot jumping.
You receive loot. Raw bristle whisper catfish.
Stargate. Warp drive active.
You receive loot. Raw bristle whisper catfish.
Approaching Stargate. Autopilot jumping. Warping to Stargate. Warp drive active.
So far, 2024 hasn't seen too many new MMORPG releases. We had Tarisland, we've got Throne of Liberty coming later in the year, a few MMO expansions, as well as the usual perpetually in development MMOs making slow and steady progress with testing phases here and there. There is one new MMO, however, that kinda came out of nowhere this year, a game that's been in development for years that no one knew about until it was revealed back in March 2024. And the best part, this new MMO will be releasing in 2024
Aggro.
and is being made by the guy that brought us one of the most successful MMORPGs ever created. I'm of course talking about Brighter Shores, a unique
Chip
new
forecast.
MMO developed by RuneScape
You receive
creator
loot.
Andrew
Chunk of for me.
Gower that's set for release late
You receive loot.
Q3 or
Rune leather scraps.
Q4 2024. But first, today's sponsor, Dragon Raja, an open-world cyberpunk RPG with over 30 million players featuring a unique story,
Aggro.
in-depth character customization, a plethora of skills, player housing, and a ton of PvP and PvE game modes to enjoy. And it's about to get even more epic
receive
with
loot.
the
Broken
arrival of
forecast.
a brand new class, the Dragon
You receive
Rider.
loot. Chunk of for me.
Imagine soaring through the skies on a
You receive loot.
majestic
Rune leather
dragon
scraps.
wielding a powerful spear and unleashing devastating skills like
Aggro.
Dragon Thrust and Spear Dance. That's the power of the Dragon Rider, and it's coming on August 22nd. But that's not all. The Dimensional Realm is expanding with levels 16 to 20,
You receive loot. Chip
offering
fair
new
tooth.
challenges and exciting rewards.
You receive loot.
And for
Light
those
leather.
returning to the game, there's a free Milky Berry motor waiting for you. Plus, don't forget to join Dragon Rider's
Aggro.
official communities for exclusive
Abiono says,
in-game
in defense
packs,
of the King's Lands,
extra rewards,
263.
and even a chance to win a Nintendo Switch. And if you're a content creator, submit your work to their program and score a super unique outfit, avatar, and diamonds. So mark your calendars for August 22nd
Aggro.
and get ready to experience the next generation of Dragon Raja. Download the game now and unleash your inner Dragon Rider, and I'll see you in this cyberpunk-style open world.
Autopilot jump.
So, Brighter Shores. My reaction to seeing the footage of this game for the first time was, oh, so visually it looks a lot like RuneScape 3, but they've
received
gone
loot,
with a
light letter.
heavily instanced grid-based world. Not gonna lie, I did not like the visuals or style of this game at first. I thought the world
Aggro.
design seemed like a bit of a step back from RuneScape, but then I decided to look deeper into the game, the design philosophy behind it, and it kinda makes sense with what they're going for here. Brighter Shores isn't designed to be a RuneScape clone, it's trying to be its own thing and bring something new to the MMO genre. Obviously this game
You
will
received loot,
share
light letters too.
similarities with RuneScape such as point and click gameplay, British humour, puzzles and skills, but it's not really trying to be a competitor. The reason behind the unusual aesthetic of the game is that it's heavily inspired by tabletop games. The small instanced areas, or rooms as they're
Aggro.
referred to as, look a lot like the physical grid-based tabletop maps that someone might make for a D&D game. So straight away, if your expectations for Brighter Shores is that it's going to be a RuneScape killer, it's not trying to be. Yes, RuneScape players will probably enjoy it, but it's better to think of this game as trying to be a
What was
perfect
this?
game for people who like old school MUDs, tabletop RPGs, point-and-click adventure, with relaxing social gameplay, storytelling, skilling, and exploration. For me personally, I'm going to go into this game with an open mind, because I think Andrew Gower is a genius when it comes to MMO design. To this day, I think RuneScape is the best designed MMO there's ever been, so if there was ever a dev I'd just trust the process with, it's this guy. Despite being a major concern of mine when I first saw the trailer of Brighter Shores, I actually think the world could be one of the coolest, most addictive aspects of this game. When you first create your character and spawn into the world on day 1, then open your minimap, you will only see the one room you spawn in. To uncover the map, you'll need to travel to each room, which will instantly give the game a sense of mystery, exploration and intrigue, as well as tie exploration into the game's progression. Additionally, as you travel throughout the world, you'll find gatherable resources that you can also right-click Discover on that resource to mark it on your map. Obviously, with such small instanced areas, traversing the world would suck if it means there's a loading screen every time, but thankfully the traversal between these rooms is seamless with no loading screens. Apparently one of the reasons behind this design decision is that Brighter Shores won't have servers that you select at the start of the game like a traditional MMO, but it also won't have selectable worlds like RuneScape.
Aggro.
Instead, the game dynamically puts players into room instances based on the number of players in an area. If you have friends in one room, then the game will prioritise putting you in the same room as your friends.
You received loot,
How
crisp spider
about
meat.
world size? The overall world size won't be that big at first, and is said to be quite compact. It's not intended that you'll be spending lots of time running vast distances across the map, and you will be able to teleport to different locations using magic. Skills in Brighter Shores are referred to as professions. More will be added to the game periodically with updates, but so far we know of the following: Fisher, Chef, Woodcutter, Scout, Miner, Merchant, Detective, Leatherworker, Forager, Alchemist, Stonemason and Blacksmith. Similar to RuneScape, Brighter Shores will have skill capes, however they work a bit differently. Instead of only getting a cape when you've maxed out a skill, these capes come in 4 parts and expand the more you progress a skill. You'll get part 1 of a cape at Journeyman proficiency, part 2 at Adept,
light letter.
part 3 at Expert, and the full finished cape at the completed stage of proficiency. As for how long this will actually take, Andrew said Brighter Shores isn't going to be as grindy as RuneScape, and they're intentionally designing some skills so they can be fully AFK'd. Active skilling will be way more XP per hour, but each skill should have some fully AFK option built in. In terms of business model, the game will have no microtransactions and use a free-to-play premium model similar to RuneScape. Basically, as a free-to-play player, you're limited to the first 2 episodes of content and skills, but after that you'll need to buy the game's premium membership option. Subscribing also won't auto-default to auto-recurring payments, which is quite nice, so you'll need to make the decision to resub each time. This is probably the most fair business model they could possibly go with, to be honest. So I briefly just mentioned episodes, which basically refer to how content will be released in Brighter Shores. The first 4 episodes have almost finished development and will be completely finished by the time the game launches in early access. They will, however, not all release at once. When the game first launches in early access...
What? I set my home! I set my home! No! Oh my god. I set my home, you piece of shit. Oh my god, just take me home.
With Forager, Alchemist, Stonemason, and Blacksmith skills coming in future
Fucking
episodes.
so annoying. What was this about?
New skills, skilling methods, puzzles, and so on. It seems like as a day 1 early access player, you'll kind of be limited as to what you're able to do. But at the same time, it will be cool to see the content as it's released and experience it together with the community. Unlike RuneScape, Brighter Shores won't have a classless combat system. So far, the game has 3 classes, which you don't have to select right away, but during the early stages of the game. The Cryo Knight, which is a class that's mostly melee-based but deals ice magic damage. The Guardian, which excels in ranged combat, dealing nature magic damage. And you've got the Hammer Mage, which is a magic melee hybrid class that deals storm magic damage. Each of the game's 3 classes, despite being more melee, ranged or mage focused, can use each type of weapon, and classes are referred to in this game as factions. I can't find any solid footage of the game's combat yet, but it seems similar to RuneScape, and you also do have the ability to switch weapons in combat as well as perform weapon special attacks. It's also worth mentioning that due to there being 3 different classes, each account can also make 3 characters, presumably 1 for each class. I'm actually really surprised that Brighter Shores has a class system, as on paper, wouldn't this make it so you're just going to want to re-level each skill across each class? This would probably be fine though, as people do have multiple characters and accounts with different builds on RuneScape, so I suppose this could be seen as just trying to do the same kind of thing. I just hope that each of the game's factions feel fresh enough that it's worth re-leveling the skills again on each one to fully experience the game. Either that or the grind isn't a big deal in this game, so you'd naturally just make 1 of each class anyway. We'll have to see how it plays out. Here's some other info I gathered from various interviews that I'm just going to deliver to you rapid fire, so pay attention. During the starting experience, the game will nudge you to try many different skills and training methods. It's not intended that you train a skill to max by spamming the same method for 100 hours. The meta will be shifting with frequent unlocks as you progress to keep things fresh. Brighter Shores will have PvP, and it's been a planned addition to the game from day 1. It's not just an afterthought. PvP won't be in the game at early access release, however the addition of PvP will mark the end of being in early access, so expect it a few months after the early access launch. With professions being unlocked via episodes and story, this suggests that the game will feel much more linear and guided than RuneScape, although this is just my observation. Brighter Shores has taken 10 years to develop, but mostly because they built their own game engine. Initially this game was made just to test the engine. Andrew was working on another game, but so many people spammed him to make a new MMO that he changed his mind and made this.
You receive loot, small venom sac.
Traps, mysteries, and things to
you receive loot, small spider LEGX2.
The game will also likely have the
you
same
receive loot,
similar
spider
charm
core.
that RuneScape has. Player-to-player trading is restricted to premium accounts, which makes sense to fight gold sellers. Traversing the slopes or inclines, which look like blocks, is done seamlessly and just slow the character down, causing them to do a brief hop. Most professions are designed to be interconnected like RuneScape, but some are more standalone than others. The detective skill looks interesting. You've got 6 slots to collect bounties, you line up NPCs against a wall and look for clues to figure out who did the crime. To find clues, you'll need to go through dialogue and also probably...
God damn it, man. I set my home. What was this? What was this? I set my home. Try again.
To people who like to explore and discover. So that's all the information I could find about Brighter Shores so far. Now for my thoughts and expectations on the game based on this info. I predict this game will have S-tier questing just like RuneScape. Andrew said the game will release in Q3, so let's assume a delay and say Q4. I think the graphics and art style will be super polarizing. Most people will not play the game purely because of how it looks. I think think Brighter Shores will be extremely addictive. The RuneScape style skill system combined with the fun of uncovering the entire map sounds satisfying, and will likely keep you pumping XP for the next unlock. I expect the game will be zero pay to win based on Andrew saying he doesn't want any microtransactions on Twitter. I expect Brighter Shores to be a highly social game, people talking whilst skilling, the community coming together to theory craft and share skilling methods, all of the stuff that made RuneScape great. I think the combat will probably be seen as one of the game's weak points. I expect whimsical, light-hearted writing with British humour, and I think Brighter Shores could potentially be a breath of fresh air for WoW players and people who have never played a game like RuneScape before, if they decide to give it a chance, considering this type of MMO is a completely different design to what people are used to with traditional theme park MMOs. Overall, I don't like the visuals of Brighter Shores, but I think it's going to be one of those MMOs where you're convincing your friends to play it anyway, because it will have a lot of substance as well as likely be quite addictive. At the very least, this MMO will feel like a unique experience, and I'm personally just going to trust the process and go into it with an open mind, considering it's being made by one of the best MMO designers to ever do it. From what I can tell, almost every RuneScape content creator is also going to be covering this game at launch too, so it'll probably have quite a big launch. Let's just hope the servers are up to it. But that's it for this video. As always, let me know your thoughts on Brighter Shores in the comments below. Is this an MMO you'll be trying? What do you like and dislike about it so far? If you enjoyed the video, please help us out with a like. I've been getting wrecked by the YouTube algorithm recently, so...
Tunnel Rat Vermin attempts to run away in fear.
Social media on
You receive
screen.
loot.
Thanks
Linen
for
Cloth
watching,
3.
and I'll see you in the next one.
You receive loot. Tunnel Rat Gear.
The sad truth
You loot
about
16 cover.
MMORPGs in 2024 is that many of them are ruined by their monetization. Rampant, shameless pay-to-win seems to be everywhere nowadays, especially in the MMOs coming from Asia. Many people play MMOs as an escape from reality. You might be broke as a joke IRL, but in-game you could be a legend. A PvP god, a raider with legendary gear that other people are jealous of. These games have the potential to give people a sense of status that they might otherwise never experience in the real
Oh wow, I dinged. I wasn't even looking.
You loot 14 copper.
Nice. I guess we go dodge chance now. I guess survivability is king. I didn't really think about it, but yeah, the even almost before I can go precision, I need to go lightning, reflexes, and deflection, which sucks. It's like 10 whole points, 12. Like I don't know. But the dodge chance is nice.
The time where our only concern when a new MMO was announced was how good the game would be, not with how the devs are going to try and weasel their way into our wallets for infinite cash. So in this video we're going to talk about the least pay-to-win MMOs. Bear in mind that pay-to-win is a spectrum. Almost every MMO exists on this spectrum in one way or another, and every single MMO in existence can be pay-to-win if you break the rules and pay someone to play on your account, or you illegally buy gold on third-party websites. But considering that's against the rules and you could get your account banned for doing so, we realistically can't consider that pay-to-win. If we did, there'd literally be no games on this list. The MMOs on this list are either not pay-to-win at all, low on the pay-to-win spectrum, or have their pay-to-win caps to an optional sub-fee or battle pass.
Tunnel Rat Vermin attempts to run away in
just
fear.
like how pay-to-win games bully your wallet, unwanted subscriptions you signed up for 10 months ago and forgot about will chip away at your bank account just as quickly. But don't worry, I've got a game changer for you. Today's sponsor, Rocket Money. This app is like your personal finance superhero swooping in to save the day. First off, it helps you cancel those sneaky subscriptions you don't even use anymore. Just a couple of taps in the app and bosh, no more wasted money. Next, it tackles those pesky bills. Snap a photo of your bill, hit a few buttons, and Rocket Money will negotiate a lower rate for you. Internet, cable, phone bills, they've got you covered. And finally, Rocket Money helps create a budget that actually works for you. It tracks your spending, sets limits, and even gives you friendly reminders if you're going overboard. Seriously, people are saving up to $740 per year with Rocket Money. They've even cancelled over $500 million in subscriptions. So what are you waiting for? Join the 5 million people who are already taking control over their finances. Go to rocketmoney.com/lazypeon,
What can I get for
or
you
click the
today?
link in the description to get started for free. So because pay to win is quite a subjective topic and everyone seems to have their own definition of what constitutes pay to win, I put out a poll for my viewers to vote on whether or not they considered an MMO to be pay to win or not. The results were interesting but also not entirely accurate in my opinion. I'll show the results in this video, but do take
Keep
them
your
with a
feet
pinch
on the
of salt.
ground.
If anything, it does a better job of showing community sentiment towards a game more than anything. Oh, and to bear in mind that there's also a few super old MMOs that aren't mentioned on this list, that probably aren't pay to win, but they're literally dead, in maintenance mode, or not worth mentioning. First up, Final Fantasy XIV. This game was overwhelmingly voted as not pay to win, and I definitely agree with the results on this one. Final Fantasy XIV is a subscription-based MMO where you need to buy the latest expansion. The game also has a cash shop in which you can pay to skip the MSQ, pay to level boost each of the game's classes, as well as buy various cosmetics such as mounts, costumes, furniture, emotes and dyes. Final Fantasy XIV isn't considered pay to win because there's no way to spend money and get anything that will help you buy endgame gear. Some might consider the skips and boosts to be pay to win, but I personally wouldn't because there's no challenge to the leveling in this game. You're essentially paying to not watch what's essentially just a very long movie, which is perfect for people like me who don't care about the story and just want to get into the endgame content. Guild Wars 2 is another beloved MMORPG that many people don't consider to be pay to win. Guild Wars 2 is one of the few big buy-to-play MMOs with no sub fee. Whilst Guild Wars 2 doesn't have any kind of sub fee, the game does have a cash shop that sells convenience items as well as cosmetics. You're also able to buy in-game gold for real money via crystals. The reason Guild Wars 2 isn't considered pay to win is because you can earn gold in-game normally, then convert that gold to cash shop currency, and buy everything on the cash shop without spending anything. There's basically nothing for sale on the shop that a free player couldn't get access to with a bit of grinding. Additionally, Guild Wars 2 doesn't have the typical gear treadmill that other MMOs have. It's a full horizontal progression game, so you can't really win by paying. It also has equalised PvP in Arena and BGs, and the only impact gear has PvP-wise is in World vs World. Winning in Guild Wars 2 basically comes down to completionism, collection and fashion, so definitely not a pay-to-win game. New World is a buy-to-play game with a purely cosmetic cash shop and a battle pass that contains cosmetics, minor crafting materials, a small amount of gold and dyes.
Welcome.
New World is definitely not pay to win, and I'd probably consider it to have one of the most fair business models in the MMO genre. The fact that 28% of people I polled voted that it was pay to win made me realise that I should take these poll results with a pinch of salt, as some people just seem to be voting in a way that reflects their positive or negative bias towards a game. World of Warcraft Classic. So there's two different versions of Classic WoW right now. Vanilla WoW, which is 0% pay to win due to it having nothing purchasable on the cash shop. Then you've got Cataclysm Classic, which is definitely higher on the pay to win spectrum due to it having a cash shop where you can buy level 80 boosts, as well as the WoW token, which you can buy then sell for as much gold as you want. As much as I hate the WoW token and consider it a form of pay to win, you can still clear all the content in the game and achieve BIS without buying it. So Vanilla WoW, not pay to win. Cataclysm Classic, on the spectrum of pay to win, but not too high up. World of Warcraft Retail. This is the most controversial game on this list with a 50-50 split, and it should lose for me. I'm going to get hate comments for including it or not including it, so in the end I ask myself this. Is WoW Retail high enough on the pay to win spectrum that I wouldn't play the game? And the answer is no. I play retail WoW, I enjoy it, I dislike the WoW token, and for a buy-to-play sub-fee MMO, I can completely understand why people complain about the monetization in this game. Can you hard pay to win in retail WoW? Yes, you can buy tons of WoW tokens, then spend the gold on getting boosted through all the content in the game, arena boosts, BIS gear, all of that stuff. But you certainly don't need to do that, and I reckon a tiny percent of the player base actually plays the game that way. Old school RuneScape, very simple business model. You've got free-to-play worlds, which are essentially a free trial, and you've got members worlds, which require a subscription. Members can't use
create
their
brilliant
members
small
only
fish.
items in free-to-play worlds, which
create
basically
brilliant
means
small
that
fish.
free-to-play players have their own meta and
create
instant
brilliant small
sloth.
fish.
OSRS doesn't have a cash shop, but you can buy bonds, which is a membership token, then sell it for GP, which you could use to buy some of the best gear in the game. Unlike other MMOs, however, RuneScape locks a lot of its best gear behind quest requirements, skilling requirements, and
create
mini-game
roasted
boss
meat.
challenges. Skill massively outplays
create
gear in
roasted
RuneScape
meat.
PvP. You also drop all of your
create
gear on
roasted
death
meat.
in the wilderness too, so even if you bought
create
expensive gear,
roasted meat.
you'd still get smashed by someone with worse gear who
create
would then
roasted
take it
meat.
off your hands. Even though I don't
create
consider old
roasted
school
meat.
RuneScape to be pay to win, it's undeniable
create
that the fact
roasted
that you
meat.
can buy gold does take away from the
create roasted meat.
satisfaction you'll receive playing a normal account.
create
Your drops
roasted
from
meat.
monster kills feel less impactful because there's a direct money value associated with it. This is why I play an Iron Man account, which is absolutely 0% pay to win, because Iron Men cannot trade with other players or buy bonds. You need to earn everything yourself, which feels extremely rewarding. RuneScape 3 Iron Man mode only. RuneScape 3 is widely considered to be pay to win because you can buy your account at max within a day purely from swiping. Calling RS3 pay to win isn't really a controversial take. However, RuneScape 3 can be played with absolutely zero pay to win via the Iron Man mode. No trading, no cash shop, and earn everything yourself. This is the only way to play RuneScape 3 in my opinion, and probably the only way you can play and have your in-game accomplishments feel meaningful. Elder Scrolls Online is a buy-to-play MMO with an optional sub fee and a cash shop that contains cosmetic and convenience items. Anytime I've ever played ESO, I've never really felt the need to buy anything from the cash shop, but the optional sub fee doesn't really feel optional and more mandatory, considering it gives you tons of DLC content that would otherwise cost you a lot of money to buy individually. I wouldn't consider
Your
ESO
inventory is full.
though, as the cash shop doesn't sell power or indirect ways to buy power. Star Wars The Old Republic is an MMO that advertises itself as a free-to-play game, but in reality the free-to-play aspect is basically just a free trial. Tons of content in Star Wars The Old Republic is locked behind the optional subscription, such as DLC, currency caps, level cap, access to raids and flashpoints. It's basically a sub-fee game with a free trial. Soitor does have a cash shop, and here you can indirectly buy in-game currency by first
Your
buying
inventory
cartel
is full.
coins, buying an item off the cash shop, then listing that item for other players to buy with credits. You can earn these cartel coins in-game at a very slow rate, as well as get 600 per month from having an authenticator as well as subscription. Personally, I don't play Soitor, but after some research it seems about the same level of pay to win as retail WoW. Since you can boost characters, a sub fee is basically required, and you can indirectly convert real money to in-game currency. Lord of the Rings Online, similar to Star Wars The Old Republic, is a free-to-play MMO where the free-to-play is basically a free trial, but to get access to most of the game's content, you're going to want to pay the optional sub fee. Like most MMOs, Lord of the Rings Online is on the spectrum of pay to win, as the game sells XP boosts, buffs, and other convenience items that you don't really need, but might save you some time. Project Gorgon is a classic MMO ran on a shoestring
Project
by a
Gorgon.
tiny dev team. The
Why
game
is that on this
offers
list?
an optional sub, a purchasable horse, and some cosmetics. Just under 50% of people voted this as pay to win, but I'm going to include it on this list as I disagree with them. Subscribing to this game gives you access to offline leveling and other small convenience, but I don't see how this is so much worse than other MMOs on this list that you basically can't play without a sub. I suppose we all have our own definition of pay to win, but for me the benefits gained from the optional sub maybe puts it on the spectrum of pay to win but very low down. Embers Adrift, another classic MMORPG. The 56%
Oh
of
yeah,
players that
Embers
said this
Adrift.
game is pay to win are retarded because it's literally just a buy to play sub fee MMO with no cash shop. Literally 0% pay to win. I was thinking that maybe some people consider sub fee as being pay to win, but that can't be right considering Final Fantasy XIV is one of the most popular in terms of votes. Dislike the game all you want, but Embers Adrift definitely not pay to win. Mortal Online 2, a hardcore sandbox MMO that I covered on this channel earlier this year. This game is 0% pay to win. It's buy to play with a sub fee, you get a free 30 days of sub when you buy the game, and the game literally doesn't have a cash shop. No cash shop, yet over half of the votes say it's pay to win. Not sure if people are just uninformed or hating at this point. Guild Wars 1, definitely not pay to win. You can buy DLC, some character services, various account unlocks and some cosmetics, but that's about it. There's not really a whole lot to spend money on with this game, so if people consider Guild Wars 2 non-pay to win, then Guild Wars 1 is even less so. Palia is a cozy free-to-play life sim MMO and one of the few MMOs on this list that are both fully free-to-play and 0% pay to win. The game does have a cash shop, but the only things available for purchase are cosmetic outfits that have no functional benefits. Granted, these outfits are quite expensive. But that's pretty much it for the MMOs that on the spectrum of pay to win are either very low down or not pay to win at all. Like I said, everyone has their own definition of pay to win, what's acceptable, what's not. For me personally, I can deal with MMOs that are either buy to play or free to play where the pay to win comes from a sub or battle pass, as the amount you can spend to gain an advantage is capped. What I truly hate is games with uncapped pay to win. Games where there's a massive difference between someone who spends $100 or $1,000, but then if someone spends 10k or even 100k, that difference is just as substantial. Diablo Immortal was probably one of the most blatant examples of this, but there's other games like BDO, Lost Ark, Arcade and RuneScape 3 where it's very possible to spend thousands of dollars. Basically, if it's possible or even common to spend thousands of dollars on a certain MMO due to some frustrating progression system, then it's definitely pay to win in my eyes. I want to see more people vote on this pay to win poll, as I still think our sample size is pretty low, so please go to my YouTube community post and vote on the MMOs that you consider pay to win or not. I'll probably follow this video up with a most pay to win MMOs vid, as it could be quite fun to make. If you enjoyed the video, help us out with a like for the algorithm, as well as sub to the channel for more MMO content. Social media on screen, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. You might have wondered to yourself what the future of MMORPGs would look like. Funnily enough, this is something I would think about constantly in the mid-2000s when games like RuneScape and WoW were at their peaks, and the genre as a whole was exploding in popularity. MMORPGs were at one point the hype genre. Everyone wanted to make an MMO, and so many were releasing that it was hard to keep up. Back then, I'd say to myself, if MMOs are this amazing now, can you imagine how incredible they'll be in 10 to 20 years' time? Fast forward 20 years, and that's quite a funny statement to look back on. My favourite MMOs are still RuneScape and World of Warcraft. We've had a few interesting releases that come out and caught my attention for a while, such as BDO, New World and Lost Ark, but nothing life-changing. If I was to go back in time and tell pre-teen Peon that he'll still be playing RuneScape in 2024, then he wouldn't believe me. But that begs the question, what does the future of MMOs actually look like? Surely we're not going to look back on this video in another 10 to 20 years and still have WoW, Final Fantasy XIV and RuneScape dominating the genre decades later. But first, today's sponsor, Ragnarok Origin, a free-to-play MMORPG available on mobile and PC, and the official sequel to the beloved Ragnarok Online. The highly anticipated Awakening update for Ragnarok Origin is finally here, and it's packed with epic new content. First up, we've got the third job change, where iconic classes like the Lord Knight and High Priest ascend to become even more powerful Rune Knights and Archbishops. Imagine wielding the might of dragons or channeling divine power. The possibilities are endless. But that's not all. The Awakening update also brings exciting new events like the Clash of Chaos, where you'll face off against fearsome demon lords, and the Pouring Deck, where you'll test your luck for amazing rewards. Plus, you can now build your very own airship and sail the skies with your loyal pet crew. And for those of you in Latin America, Ragnarok Origin is now fully localized in Brazilian, Portuguese, Latin Spanish and American English. So no matter where you are, you can now experience the magic of this beloved franchise. So what are you waiting for? Download Ragnarok Origin today and dive into the Awakening update, unleash your true potential, explore new challenges, and create unforgettable memories.
Warping to Stargate. Warp drive active.
Let's go see that.
So it's important to maintain a neutral stance when engaging in world chat discussions. Over time, situations will calm down, and any negative perceptions will dissipate, enabling you to enjoy the game without unnecessary obstacles.
Approaching Stargate.
Now, let's start delving into the concept of power. There are various factors that contribute to power, and we'll list the primary ones. contribute to power as well, but remember that upgrading them requires
Future of MMOs. How will the genre look 10 to 20 years from now in, say, 2035 to 2045? Will things change much at all? Obviously, this entire video is just a fun discussion and is entirely subjective, but I think MMOs will be completely different 10 to 20 years from now for one simple but major reason: artificial intelligence. In the past 2 years, we've seen AI progress at such a rapid rate and completely transform multiple industries that I find it hard to believe it won't continue to evolve and have a much greater effect on the gaming industry than it's already had. For MMOs in particular, these are games that take years to make and are seen as a highly risky endeavour to take on for any developer. However, what if AI progressed to the point where it became so intelligent that entire games could be coded by AI simply via prompts? Similar to how you can prompt AI to basically create any art image you can think of, imagine being able to do a prompt like this: create me a high fantasy world in the same style as World of Warcraft, use Unreal Engine 7, high fidelity graphics, generate me 100 unique quests with interconnected storylines, and make the gameplay similar to Black Desert Online, whilst keeping the traditional WoW archetypes. Even as I'm writing this, I can already imagine how scuffed this prompt would be if attempted by the AI of today. The animations would be trash, the visuals would likely be inconsistent, and it's probably going to be unplayable. But let's just imagine that AI can reach a point where it could generate a quality game from that simple prompt alone. At the rate things have been progressing, it's certainly within the realm of possibility, and at that point, then what? The biggest hurdle of MMO development would have been eliminated. With the help of AI, MMO devs could potentially create content at a faster rate than the player base could consume it. MMOs could be created within a reasonable time span, thus leading more developers to make games in the genre. Fuck it, let's go even further. Imagine 50 to 100 years from now. AI becomes so advanced that it can create better MMOs than any human could. We then tell the AI to populate this MMO with other AI players, so lifelike that you wouldn't be able to tell that it's not a real person. The future of MMOs could, in reality, be single player with lifelike bots, which the more I think about becomes a little bit too dystopian for my liking. I actually think the first major way AI will be used in MMOs is to create lifelike bots to keep old MMOs feeling alive. If you genuinely can't tell the difference, then this would actually have a positive overall experience to the player, so long as it's the developers who are in control of these bots. RuneScape is an MMO that basically already has this, although it's not done by the devs for the purpose of populating the game. RuneScape for the past 20 years has been one of the most botted MMOs, mostly due to the grindy nature of the game, as well as its massive gold selling industry. RuneScape bots, with the help of AI, have advanced to the point of being able to talk and respond to other players to avoid detection. And it's not just simple tasks the bots are doing now either. I recently watched a video of Odablock, who's probably the best PvP player in RuneScape, fighting against an undefeated PvP bot. The bot actually beat him in the first fight until Oda figured out its weakness and beat it 2-1. So when it comes to gameplay, we're probably already at the point where AI and bots are already capable of easily playing at the same level or better than your average MMO player. So AI being used to simulate real players in dead games to keep them feeling alive is one positive for the future of MMOs, but this also brings with it a big challenge for developers. If human-like bots, indistinguishable from a real person, become widely available, can you imagine the impact this will have on the RMT gold-selling industry? Gold sellers could avoid bans much easier, they could use AI to code the bots to a point where there's no obvious patterns, and the cost to run these operations would become lower and lower with less need to hire human workers. So that's my first major prediction. AI will make the creation of MMOs much cheaper, smaller dev teams will be able to feasibly make an MMO within a decent time frame. AI will help with art assets, programming, procedural generation, music, and so on. Game studios will be hiring prompt engineers, and MMOs could get to a point where content is being developed faster than players can consume it. MMOs, especially those with dwindling populations, will use AI to simulate other players in the world. They'll hide or fabricate their actual player numbers to avoid the MMO death spiral, where players quit a game just because it's perceived to be a dead game. Within the next 5 to 10 years, I think it'll be common practice to be able to clear all dungeons and raids in MMOs
You
by
create
queuing
embossed
with
leather vest.
NPCs that simulate average players on multiple levels of difficulty, and as a result, MMOs will trend to be more like single-player shared world experiences
You create embossed
rather
leather
than
vest.
something that require genuine social interactions between players. Another trend I think we'll start to see more of in the coming years is an increasing number of
You create
MMOs that
embossed
offer
leather
some
vest.
kind of single-player challenge mode or Iron Man mode. The reason I think this is that a lot of players are sick of pay to win and having their accomplishments devalued. As a result, it's becoming popular to create characters with self-imposed restrictions. RuneScape's Iron Man mode and WoW's Classic Hardcore are good examples of this, and it makes for interesting content. Some MMOs though might straight up just go single player or 3 to 4 player co-op. We've seen this recently with Wayfinder. It started out as an MMO, it didn't do too well, they completely reworked the game to make it single player with optional co-op, and the game seems to be doing better as a result. So perhaps in the future, instead of an MMO straight up shutting down its servers when it's at end of life, the devs just rework the game into a single player experience, then resell it as a buy to play game. Not only would this be good from a business perspective, but it would also be good for game preservation.
Auction created.
How about business models? What does the future hold for pay to win? Unfortunately, I can't really see pay to win going anywhere in the next 20 years, and it could potentially get even worse and more normalised with younger generations of gamers who wouldn't be able to remember a time before pay to win. That being said, if MMOs do become easier to create, then there is the potential that a more competitive market could result in less pay to win in some cases. What I think is most likely is that more MMOs will simply restrict player-to-player trading.
Never mind, that's
under the guise of
better.
fighting RMT, then directly sell gold to players on the cash shop, either via some currency conversion mechanism or a WoW token style system. Of course, I could be completely off base with my predictions. Perhaps the future of MMOs looks more similar to something like the movie Ready Player One, which is set in the year 2045. In a future like that, I suppose cheating or rule breaking in MMOs would be a thing of the past, as I'd imagine at that point your online gaming accounts would be tied to your real life identity. Kinda like how it is in South Korea today, with MMO accounts requiring a Korean social security number to set up. I remember when I first watched the anime Sword Art Online, and the idea of a full dive immersive world had me super excited. Funnily enough, that anime was set in the year 2022, so the writers were clearly a little bit too optimistic about the speed technology would progress. Either way, I just hope we get full dive MMO tech before I'm an old man and I can't move around like I used to.
Auction
Maybe
created.
in real life we'd be old, slow and fragile, but in the
Auction
Oasis
created.
we could basically be ageless. It's a fun topic to think about, although slightly scary at the same time. In the near future, the next 10 years or so, I think we'll get one more generation of MMOs before we really see AI start to take over. We'll see games like Ashes of Creation, the Riot MMO, Arcade 2 and a few other big releases come out, but after that I think the following generation would be AI driven, and kinda unrecognisable from what we have today. This was a fun video to make, and I really do enjoy thinking and speculating about the future. I'd love to hear your thoughts on what the future of MMOs might bring in the comments below. Are you optimistic about the future? Pessimistic? Do you think AI will be good or bad for gaming? If you enjoyed the vid, then help us out with a like for the algorithm, social media on screen. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.
Auction created.
Approaching Stargate.
Never seen. From
Auction
scrap
created.
zones to remove dungeons, unfinished quest lines, and so much more.
Nope.
Autopilot jumping. Warping to Stargate. Warp drive active. Approaching Stargate.
Auction created.
Autopilot jumping.
Yes.
Warping to Stargate. Warp drive active.
My return guard says, come get your fresh bread.
Approaching
I think I'll send those lending clusters back to her because she might be able to make some money off that.
Autopilot jumping.
Stellive has reached level 60.
Warping to Stargate.
Okay, it's good now.
Warp drive active.
What else? I need to buy lesser healing potions. Yep. Sort by buyout total price. Yeah. It's expensive though.
Approaching Stargate.
You won an auction for lesser healing potion. Bid accepted. You won an auction for lesser healing potion. Bid accepted.
That's a little better.
Autopilot jumping.
Oh, the boar ribs. I was gonna sell them. I missed them. Oops.
Warping to Stargate. Warp drive active.
No, I wish to sell. Oh my god, you're annoying. What happened here?
Auction created.
Approaching Stargate.
Auction created.
Better. Yeah.
Autopilot jumping. Warping to Stargate.
Interest ya in a pint?
Active.
So now I wish to kind of put like you and you. We will eat you. I don't. Well, those things are great in an emergency. Oh yeah. So
Approaching
coming
Stargate.
on me. We'll put those away and those away and those away. Those rough sharpening stones are nice.
Autopilot jumping.
But I think I will sell them. I think I want to,
Warping to Stargate.
You got my attention.
yeah, I don't know.
Warp drive
Watch
Look.
your
active.
back.
I'm getting very hungry and I'm
Your inventory is full.
going to need to cook something or eat something.
Approaching Stargate.
Okay, copper ingot.
Autopilot jumping.
Your auction of crisp spider meat sold.
Oh yeah, so have I looted the mailbox? I don't think so, and that might be good money.
Warping to Stargate.
Yay,
Warp drive
money.
active.
Oh my god, I have money,
You
look.
receive item. Lesser healing potion. You receive item. Lesser healing potion.
Let's go look at ruined leather scraps.
Approaching Stargate.
Used to be able to buy this. Buying out used to be so much easier.
You won an auction for ruined leather scraps. Bid accepted.
Jumping.
You won an auction for ruined leather scraps. Bid accepted. Bid accepted. You won an auction for ruined leather scraps. You won an auction for ruined leather scraps.
Warping to Stargate.
Bid accepted.
Active.
Text to speech set to disabled.
Can't buy that one.
Approaching Stargate. Autopilot
I'm
jump.
buying all the ruined leather scraps and I'm going to convert it all. And I think I only spent 15 silver, something like that. I don't know. Like, yeah, something like that. And I will use it to just continue to skill up my leather working, because who cares? It's leather that I like, it was like easily affordable. Oh, I'm level 12 and I need to pay for training, which sucks. So I'm going to go do that before I do anything else.
Approaching Stargate.
In this way, I can trade my time for direct money, which I do not mind, and I will continue to do this too. I'll probably buy like ruined leather scraps like every day, because it's like basically free money. Not totally, but basically.
Warping to Stargate. Warp drive active.
Okay, so now we continue to work. I need to pull out 2 more so I can go for a while. I am gonna buy a Vermilion Cloak.
Approaching Stargate.
A Royal Cloak, really.
Autopilot jumping. Warping to Stargate. Warp drive active.
Your inventory is full.
Fuck. I was gonna send out a couple of stacks of silverware because they'll just sell directly. It's like free money. Oh no, what's this sound? Oh no. What's this now? G-Easy. GG Easy. Yeah, I don't have anything, you idiot.
Your inventory is full.
So, delivery bucks send to get monies.
Warping to Stargate. Warp drive active.
These actually don't send that.
Your inventory is full.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Approaching Stargate.
Okay. Thank God I did not run into the lava. I have to be so careful. So what do I do? What do I do? I go to. Oh, I need to go to the leatherworking trainer, but first I came. Oh, I'm going to the rogue trainer. Which is over this way.
What's on your
What
mind?
do you need directions to?
What am I looking for? I'm looking for prefer class trainer of rogue.
Approaching Stargate.
Safe travels.
Oh no! What? No, oh, what now? You're freaking me out, man. I don't have anything.
Autopilot jumping.
Now back to you. Oh yeah, is it north? Oh yeah, it is
Drive
north.
active. Approaching Stargate.
Ooh, am I gonna get? Oh, I have a tournament over here. Nice.
Autopilot jumping.
Great to meet you.
Curse
See
that
you soon.
Iron Band! I sent him a load of blast
Keep your
powder
feet on
weeks
the
ago,
ground.
but he's made no mention of it in this report.
Safe
So,
travel.
where did the blast powder go? If Iron Band still needs blast powder, then by Magni he'll have it. I sent the approval on ahead with a messenger to Jörn Hornhelm in Thelsamar. He'll prepare the powder and other
How are
supplies to take to
Keep
Iron
your
Band.
feet on the
And
ground.
one more thing, I want you to personally see that the shipment of powder reaches its destination. The last one
Approaching
didn't,
station.
so keep your mind sharp and your eyes open.
Docking permission requested. Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted. Autopilot disabled. Waypoint reached.
Making a special purchase?
Rogue trainer.
What can I do for you?
Okay, we got backstab to. We got kick, which is really good. And parry. Parry's good. Kick and parry.
Off
Okay.
and away.
So we're gonna get kick here. Kick. Very good. Now put down. Okay, there's a kick. Oh, I have dinner. Yeah, so I'm gonna heat up something to eat real quick. I'll be right back. Well, it's not dinner. I guess it's lunch. It's lunch. Yes, lunch. I have good soup. I think, right? Yeah, where's the soup at, though? Soup. Where did this soup end up? Where did you end up, soup? I don't see you anymore. Oh, there you are. Okay. I'll take you. Same thing we did yesterday. Go in there. lunchtime. Let's pause to watch this video in full screen. And there we go. And
when Blizzard sets up...
No. Is it Kevin Spacey? Let's listen to it.
Actor with his portrayal of complex, borderline psychopathic characters. Men who were charming yet twisted, smug yet relatable. His accuracy in embodying such roles made the allegations of predatory behavior against him believable. In Hollywood, a single allegation can destroy a career, particularly if it aligns with public perception. Spacey's career was defined by his embodiment of morally ambiguous characters, which made the real-life accusations against him seem plausible. But Spacey didn't have just one accusation. He had more than 50, which, as you can imagine, led to his career coming to a screeching halt in 2017 when the allegations
I thought it was one.
Today, he says he is flat broke, facing foreclosure.
Where do you live now? Well, it's funny you asked that question, because this week, where I have been living in Baltimore, is being foreclosed on. My house is being sold at auction. Why is it being foreclosed? Because I can't pay the bills that I owe.
Although Kevin is not currently exonerated from all charges, he has had some victories in court. Many people still support Spacey. They see him as a victim of false allegations and cancel culture. However, others say there are simply too many allegations for this to be a smear campaign. Not to mention that two of his accusers conveniently died during their legal pursuits against the actor. Today we are going to dive into the mysterious case of Kevin Spacey, examine the interplay between public perception and career longevity, the media's role in all of this, as well as analyze the cryptic messages he left us along the way.
Because I can promise you this. If I didn't pay the price for the things we both know I did do, I'm certainly not going to pay the price for the things I didn't do.
Amid the accusations making headlines, many people expressed anger and disappointment since Spacey is a beloved actor with an amazing career catalog. His acting origins began in high school, where Kevin pursued musical theater after failing to become a comedian. Spacey graduated from Chatsworth High School in Los Angeles, California. He packed his bags and moved across the country to attend Juilliard in New York City from 1979 to 1981. Throughout the 1980s, Kevin took his first step into professional acting. He performed on Broadway, starring in a production of Henrik Ibsen's Ghosts, Molaire's The Misanthrope, and David Robb's Hurly-Burly, among others. By the mid-80s, his profile grew substantially, performing on Broadway while simultaneously appearing in film and television. After substantial roles in films like See No Evil, Hear No Evil, and Dad, Spacey won a Tony Award in 1991 for his portrayal of Uncle Louie in Neil Simon's Broadway hit Lost in Yonkers. For the next 5 years, he continued to establish himself in Hollywood, gaining prominence for his role as Verbal Kint in the 1995 crime thriller film The Usual Suspects. His performance as the enigmatic criminal won him the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor.
Thank you so much, Mom, for driving me to those acting classes on Ventura Boulevard when I was 16. I told you they would pay off, and here's the pudding.
Spacey then appeared in blockbuster films like Outbreak, Seven, A Time to Kill, LA Confidential, The Negotiator, and American Beauty, where Kevin received praise for his performances before earning another Tony Award nomination in 1999 for a revival of Eugene O'Neill's Broadway play, The Iceman Cometh. That same year, he earned his star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. However, his career took a bit of a nosedive throughout the early 2000s as Spacey failed to produce another commercial hit. In 2006, he appeared as Lex Luthor in what should have been a blockbuster hit in the form of Superman Returns, but the film earned a disappointing $391 million.
I thought that was oh wait, I haven't seen that.
$23 million budget, forcing Warner Brothers to cancel the sequel. Outside of the 2008 heist drama film 21, which Spacey helped produce, and the comedy film Horrible Bosses, it seemed like Kevin had reached a point in his career where the number of quality roles available started to decrease. As we approached the 2010s, we started to get in the full swing of the fast food era of movies. CGI, pretty-faced actors, recycled plots, predictable endings, while straying away from the types of films that Spacey thrived in. Character-driven, slow-paced, twisted, and unpredictable. Although he was a talented actor, Spacey wasn't considered a box office draw, nor did he acquire the same star power as a Brad Pitt or Will Smith. Amid what seemed to be...
I disagree. Since I was 14 years old, Kevin Spacey has been an amazing draw. Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil... K-Pax. American Beauty was a really big art house film that we were nuts for. I saw it a bunch of times. The Usual Suspects I must have seen like 10 times or something like that. He was really big in cult like that. He was up there with Johnny Depp in my opinion. He was in so many good films.
Career, Spacey had a resurgence in 2013 with the Netflix original series House of Cards. His career was back at an all-time high in the mid-2010s until some shocking allegations would be revealed, bringing his career to a screeching halt and ultimately causing the downfall he is still trying to recover from. Oh, and by the way, we are so close to reaching 2 million subscribers, so if you haven't yet, please consider subscribing to the channel. I love making these videos for you guys, although I'm not gonna lie, from the planning to the scripting to the editing, it can be quite taxing on me. And that's where the sponsor of today's video, InVideo AI, comes in. InVideo AI is the world's most used AI video creator with over 10 million users across 150 plus countries. It's the only AI video creator out of the 20 plus tools that I have tried that gives you the power and control to help with scripting, editing, and finding relevant footage to bring your project to life. All you have to do is start with a simple text prompt and it creates the first rough draft for you.
To Pimp a Butterfly, released in 2015, was a masterpiece of storytelling.
From there, you can fine-tune your video with further text prompts. Want the intro to be more engaging? Done. Want to translate the video to French? Done. Want to add subtitles? Done. One of the coolest features is the ability to clone your voice and make it narrate the video in your voice in any language. You can spend hundreds of dollars per year on an editing software, or you can try InVideo AI for free. If you are serious about video creation, you should get a paid plan that starts at just $20 per month, which is the one that I have, and it will remove the watermark and give you access to voice cloning and high quality stock footage. You can use the link in the description or scan the QR code and use my code PatrickCC50 to get 2 times the number of video generation credits in the first month and bring to life projects that seemed out of reach before. Before we dive into Spacey's downfall, we must first understand the undoubtedly predatory Hollywood culture, as well as understand the business of unearthing allegations. It's far too common in Hollywood that people in positions of authority have abused their power, exploiting aspiring actors and staff through coercion, harassment, and assault, thus creating the casting couch phenomenon, where both men and women are pressured into providing favors in exchange for career advancement. The pervasive culture of silence and fear of retaliation has allowed these abuses to continue unchecked for decades. However, in the past few years, justice is beginning to be served. As we
It's quite good. Good soup. Okay, I'm sorry about that. Just finishing up lunch. Just kind of low blood sugar, so. Had a bite of strawberry yogurt for dessert. So good.
harmful crimes. This has resulted in victims feeling empowered and confident to speak up about their experiences, because they know they have a better chance of being believed and not silenced or ridiculed. But some people believe that the pendulum has swung the other way, and now allegations are being used as a tactic for people to get attention or simply cancel the people they don't like. There is no doubt that the media is benefiting from these allegations, whether true or false. If anyone goes on social media and makes an allegation, you might see mainstream publications talking about it the very next day. Since nobody really buys magazines or newspapers anymore, these media outlets are reliant on website traffic so they can sell advertising slots to brands. The more page views they get, the more money they make from ads. Same thing with YouTubers. Therefore, they are incentivized to come up with the best, juiciest headline to get someone to click. But with attention spans dropping rapidly, most people click, read the horrifying accusations, and just take them as fact. People say things like, oh yeah, I heard that person was a PDF file, or oh yeah, I heard that person is a rapist. And those conversations spread like wildfire. The readers get their shocking news, the publications get their ad revenue, and the alleged perpetrator just kind of has to deal with it. Now, if the allegations turn out to be true, then, well, it's not like we feel bad for the perpetrator, right? If the allegations turn out to be untrue, or the claimant recants their statement or walks it back somehow, those same publications who initially reported don't often report the news that would exonerate the alleged perpetrator. That's because most people probably don't click on the "he's innocent" article, so no money in that, and nobody wants to admit that they were wrong and got duped into spreading misinformation. Plus, no matter what new information comes to light or what the results of legal proceedings are, some people will still think in the back of their mind that what initially was alleged could be true. This is why public perception and branding is so important. If the world sees you as this nice, unproblematic guy, then an allegation probably won't take you down. But in the case of Kevin Spacey, there were just far too many allegations and it just seemed believable. The reason I put so much emphasis on seemed is because according to the legal proceedings and the courts as of right now, he's innocent. But according to the public, he's guilty. So let's dive in. It all began in 2017 when actor Anthony Rapp would be the first public Kevin Spacey accuser. Anthony is mostly known for his appearance in the science fiction television series Star Trek Discovery. In an interview with BuzzFeed News, Rapp claimed actor Kevin Spacey made an unwanted sexual advance towards him in 1986 when Rapp was 14 and Spacey was 26. At the time, Rapp and Spacey were performing on Broadway when Spacey invited Rapp to a party at his home. According to Rapp, he was the only child in attendance and didn't notice that he was the only guest left until a seemingly intoxicated Kevin hoisted him into bed. He picked me up like a groom picks up the bride over the threshold, but I don't squirm away initially because I'm like, what's going on? And he lays down on top of me. He was trying to seduce me, Rapp recalled. I don't know if I would have used that language, but I was aware that he was trying to get with me sexually. Rapp eventually squirmed free from underneath Spacey, collecting himself in the bathroom before informing Kevin that he was leaving. He followed me to the front door of the apartment, and as I opened the door to leave, he was leaning on the front door frame, and he was like, "Are you sure you want to go?" I said, "Yes, good night," and then I did leave. At one point, Rapp met with a lawyer to discuss the incident. The lawyer told him there was no case worth pursuing. Although Kevin's behavior sounds incredibly creepy, it doesn't really seem like he's being accused of a crime here. But the media absolutely exploded with this story. Spacey responded to the accusation with a tweet saying that he did not remember the encounter, but quote, "If I did behave then as he describes, I owe him the sincerest apology for what would have been deeply inappropriate drunken behavior." This is definitely a strange way to respond to this allegation. Like, saying you don't remember kind of leaves the door open for the story being true. And it wouldn't have just been inappropriate behavior, it would have been sexual assault and pedophilia. Additionally, he concluded the apology by saying, "I have had relationships with both men and women. I have loved and had romantic encounters with men throughout my life, and I choose now to live as a gay man." Many people felt like he was trying to deflect or gain sympathy by pandering to the LGBTQ community. News outlets would report on the statements from other celebrities who believed Spacey was attempting to change the subject and shift focus away from Rapp's accusations. The next day, October 30th, Roberto Cavazos, who is a Mexican actor, made accusations that he says are on the verge of being called harassment. In a translated post, he said, "There are many of us who have a Kevin Spacey story. It seems that all you had to do was be a man under 30 for Mr. Spacey to feel free to touch you. It was so common that it even became a local joke." in very bad taste. The next day, October 31st, Daniel told The Sun he was having a cigarette break when the Oscar-winning actor sat beside him on a bench, flashed his privates and said, "It's big, isn't it?" Disgusted, Dan returned to work at the bar, only to be followed by Spacey, who insisted the then 19-year-old take his expensive Swiss watch. Dan said yesterday, "I thought he was joking, but he took off his watch and gave it to me. Looking back, I realized it was to keep me quiet." Also on October 31st, an anonymous man named John told the BBC that he met Spacey in 1984 when he was 16, and they stayed in touch by writing letters to one another. When John was 17, Spacey invited him for a weekend at his New York City home, where he was, quote, charming and brotherly. On the first night, Spacey became affectionate in ways John found unwelcome. He put his hand on John's thigh, an arm around his shoulder, and rubbed his arm. At bedtime, John said Spacey asked him to share his bed, but John insisted on sleeping on the sofa. The following morning, John said he woke up with Spacey's head on his stomach and his arms wrapped around him. Some people were suspicious as to the way that these accusations were coming out. It's rare for victims to share their stories, and it is uncommon for men to admit that they were assaulted, especially by another man. Some people looked at this as a calculated attack on Spacey's career, whereas others think that he was such a predator that these victims finally felt comfortable sharing their trauma. These allegations were unearthed at a critical time for Spacey, as he was receiving a career resurgence with his role as Francis J. Underwood in the Netflix original series House of Cards. House of Cards is based on the 1989 novel of the same name. The series is a political drama that follows the ruthless and ambitious Frank Underwood as he navigates the treacherous landscape of Washington, D.C. After being passed over for the position of Secretary of State, Frank, a cunning and manipulative House Majority Whip, embarks on a calculated quest for power. Alongside his equally ambitious wife, Frank employs a combination of manipulation, betrayal, and even murder to climb the political ladder. The series delves into themes of power, corruption, and the dark side of American politics, showcasing Frank's ruthless pursuit of the presidency and the moral compromises he makes along the way. To say this show was a hit is a massive understatement. It is potentially the best Netflix original in their entire catalog. House of Cards is the first original online-only streaming television series to receive major Emmy nominations. The show also earned 8 Golden Globe Award nominations, with Robin Wright winning for Best Actress in 2014 and Spacey winning for Best Actor in 2015. However, amid allegations from Anthony Rapp, filming was suspended on the 6th and final season of House of Cards. Not long after, Spacey was removed from the cast and his executive producer role. Without Spacey on the show, it suffered immensely, which led to the season ending abruptly in the worst way possible in the middle of season 6.
Poor Robin Wright. Poor Robin Wright.
The character of Frank Underwood so well. He was so evil and blind that it just strengthened people's beliefs that he was guilty. Also, these weird, cryptic YouTube videos he posted did not help him, but we'll get to that later. Spacey's future projects were also either cancelled or recast. The biographical film Gore, starring Spacey, which Netflix planned to distribute, was cancelled, and the network proceeded to sever all ties with him. He was scheduled to appear in the biographical crime thriller All the Money in the World. However, his scenes were cut out and Christopher Plummer replaced him in reshoots. In an interview with Variety, Plummer explained, "I think it's very sad what happened to him. Kevin is such a talented and terrifically gifted actor, and it's so sad. It's such a shame. That's all I can say, because that's it." In just 5 days since Anthony Rapp's initial allegations, Kevin Spacey was losing his career. But more victims were being revealed nearly every day. When Justin Dawes was 16 years old in 1988, he said Spacey, who was 29, invited him and a male friend over to watch a movie, but instead gave him a cocktail and played gay prawn. Justin says that Spacey invited just them two and nobody else, resulting in an awkward situation. "He knew that I was in high school," he said. "It was pretty clear. But while he found the situation sleazy and manipulative, he said it was not intimidating or pushy. At the time, the 16-year-old felt like he should have realized that Spacey wanted him to come over for reasons related to sex. Like maybe this was kind of a coded thing or something that I agreed to." Again, these people were not necessarily trying to accuse Spacey of a crime, but rather trying to highlight his creepy behavior. Filmmaker Tony Montana accused Spacey of groping him in 2003.
Kevin approached me. I smiled. He leaned in. His right arm was around my shoulder, and he put his hand underneath the bar, and that's when he grabbed me. And he grabbed me very hard, and I've never been groped before, and
me neither. Me neither.
In a very sobering voice, and this sardonic look in his face said, "This designates ownership." He's not a big guy, but he was a person with power, and his power at that moment rendered me helpless.
Montana told the Los Angeles Times, "I'm not going after Kevin for money. I don't wish him any ill will. It's just, he did something 14 years ago that's affecting not only him, but all the people who work on that show." Actor Harry Dreyfuss claimed that Kevin Spacey groped him at age 18 during a script reading session, while his father, actor Richard Dreyfuss, was in the room. Over the course of about 20 seconds, centimeter by centimeter, Kevin crawled his hand from my thigh toward my crotch. My mind went blank. Suddenly, he had completed his journey, and now he had all of me in his hand. I stopped reading the script, and my eyes went wide. On November 2nd, 2017, Variety reported that Kevin's publicist, Stacey Wolf, and his talent agency, Creative Artists Agency, were parting ways with him. On November 8th, a former news anchor, Heather Unruh, accused Spacey of groping her son at a Nantucket bar in July of 2016.
Actor Kevin Spacey sexually assaulted my son. The victim, my son, was a starstruck, straight, 18-year-old young man. Kevin Spacey bought him drink after drink after drink. And when my son was drunk, Spacey made his move and sexually assaulted him. And I want to make it clear, this was a criminal act. Spacey stuck his hand inside my son's pants and grabbed his genitals. This was completely unexpected. And my son's efforts to shift his body to remove Spacey's hand were only momentarily successful. The violation continued. My son panicked. He froze. A concerned woman quickly came to my very shaken son's side and asked if he was okay. She told him to run. And he did. He ran as fast as he could, all the way to his grandmother's house.
It's important to remember this Nantucket incident because this is one of the ones that would escalate to a formal trial. 1 week after that, headlines emerged stating that at least 20 young men over the age of 18
I had no
come
idea.
forward at the London theater, the Old Vic, to report
They did
alleged
not talk
sexual
about this
conduct
in the
by
media
Spacey.
at
The Old
all.
Vic is a 1,000-seat, not-for-profit producing theater in London. Spacey was the artistic director of the Old Vic between 2004 and 2015. This allegation essentially paints the picture that Spacey was using this theater, which was constantly filled with underage aspiring actors, as a way for him to have constant direct access to children he could prey on. On October 31st, 2017, the Old Vic engaged an external law firm, Lewis Silkin, to undertake the investigation with a remit to look into the claims made in the media and elsewhere. This investigation concluded that there have been 20 personal allegations of incidents relating to the Old Vic ranging from 1995 to 2013, with the majority, all but 2, falling before 2009. And if you think that was very non-descriptive, take a look at this middle paragraph. No legal claims, formal grievances, formal disputes, settlement agreements, or payments made or authorized were made at all in relation to Kevin Spacey during his tenure. It has also not been possible to verify any of these allegations, and it is important to note that Kevin Spacey has not commented on them. The review cannot therefore make any findings of fact about the alleged misconduct. I get that they have to clarify this for legal reasons, but doesn't that admission basically nullify this entire press release? It says that 20 people allege Kevin Spacey of inappropriate behavior, but they don't define what that inappropriate behavior is. Is it touching? Is it kissing? Is it sexual advances? Is it taking his shirt off and rubbing his nipples? Is it farting in the theater? They don't mention any of the claimants' names, they don't share any of their testimonies, and they said they hired a lawyer to investigate the claims and can't verify if any of the claims or allegations are true. If you can believe it, I didn't even include all of the allegations that are out there. Some outlets have reported as little as 15 people that have spoke out against him, and some report as many as 50 people that have spoke out against him. And even after doing the research myself, I couldn't even even give you a number, but it is a lot. But there does seem to be a pattern. Some of the allegations are just vaguely describing creepy and inappropriate behavior, which is technically not a crime, whereas others are accusing him of groping or grabbing their private parts, which is most certainly sexual assault. Now, the sheer volume of accusations as well as the vagueness makes some people look at it suspiciously, like it's a calculated Hollywood hit piece, whereas others just look at the massive amount of allegations as confirmation that he is a horrible predator. Now people just have the confidence to actually speak their truth. But this cryptic video he posted at the end of 2018 only made things worse for him. In a video titled "Let Me Be Frank," posted on Christmas Eve 2018, he is method acting as his character Frank Underwood from House of Cards, where he seemingly drops coded messages that are technically him playing a character, but he seems to address his real-life accusations.
I know what you want. Oh sure, they may have tried to separate us, but what we have is too strong, it's too powerful. I mean, after all, we shared everything, you and I. I told you my deepest, darkest secrets. I showed you exactly what people are capable of. I shocked you with my honesty, but mostly I challenged you and made you think. And you trusted me, even though you knew you shouldn't. So we're not done, no matter what anyone says. And besides, I know what you want. You want me back. Of course, some believed everything and have just been waiting with bated breath to hear me confess it all. They're just dying to have me declare that everything said is true and that I got what I
Creepy.
deserved. Wouldn't that be easy? If it was all so simple. Only you and I both know it's never that simple, not in politics and not in life. But you wouldn't believe the worst without evidence, would you? You wouldn't rush to judgments without facts, would you? Did you? Because I can promise you this. If I didn't pay the price for the things we both know I did do, I'm certainly not going to pay the price for the things I didn't do.
If he is innocent, this is brilliant. If he is guilty, this is disturbing. 3 months after this video was posted, Linda Culkin, who was arrested for stalking Kevin Spacey in 2014, died. Between 2009 and 2011, federal investigators said Culkin mailed threats to several people in their workplaces in the United States and abroad. One of her hoax bomb threats caused police in a foreign city to evacuate a building and close off a neighborhood. Another, an envelope that contained a white powder that looked similar to anthrax, caused people nearby to be quarantined and fear for their health. Prosecutors also said that she was obsessed with actor Kevin Spacey, saying she threatened to kill the actor. She also sent bomb threats to 2 of his workplaces.
So I don't know what's going on, guys. Maybe it's something that I ate, but I don't feel very well, and this doesn't happen very often, but I'm going to go lie down. I don't feel very well. Probably something I ate, maybe. And so I'm terribly sorry. I'm going to close out here and lie down for maybe an hour or two and come back this evening for the rest of the night and take a small break here, but I don't feel too good. I'm terribly sorry. I'm going to go lay down. I don't want to focus, and I don't want to put my hardcore character at risk or anything like that. So I'm just going to go like take a breather, and I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on, but anyways, thank you so much for your time. It's because I've been going too hard lately on WoW. It makes me sick, you know. So I'm just gonna go take care of myself and lie down and give myself a break. Thank you for watching skycat.live. I'm gonna pause my video right here, but I will come back and just continue to record for the rest of the day. Oh god, guys, I'm sorry about this. So I ate dinner about goddamn 4 hours ago or something like that, and I forgot to unpause the video. So I've just been streaming, but that's okay. I mean, you know, it's not the end of the world. I still got 9 hours, which is fine. That's just fine. You know, we're doing great. I forgot to turn it on, so you know, no publishing today, I guess. Well, I'm gonna publish, but yeah, not the last 4 hours though. Okay, so Did they upgrade the difficulty? In Once Human? Make the game harder, it's too easy. It's unfortunate. So I will load some Mortal now. Keep thinking about New World, but they've done nothing to it. I guess. Well, there's a character that will be adding a name expiration for kids who haven't played for an extended period of time. Explore the Eternal Isle during open beta. Lost Treasures, Dark Secrets. There's an open beta trailer during the open world open beta. Fury of the Spriggan, press New World updated. Summer Medley Fair, June on August 15th, July 23rd. So and they're an open beta. Yeah, so we will go to Mortal 2, and I will train some wolves at the graveyard. Just some turn-ins to do. I don't mind losing kits because I have 300 fucking gold. I can always just buy fucking 20 more kits, you know? It's a better system than Rust because it never resets, you know? I don't even really need the house because I can squeeze into the bank. So, like, I don't even have to worry about defending the house. I could, but... We are excited to introduce the 2-month supporter pack. This pack comes with 2 additional months of subscription time at a 16% discount, which will be added on at the end of your current subscription or starting after your free month from purchasing the base game. That is not all. As a special thank you, this limited time supporter pack includes an exclusive tradable cloak, the Stygian Mantle. Okay. Alright, let's get to work on Mortal. Yeah, I'm going to add it to my title. WoW Hardcore, FFXI Horizon, EVE Online, and, you know, I think I want to sit Mortal 2 in the second place here, like that, yeah, Mortal Online to Mortal 2, EVE Online, and we'll do it in hierarchy of games, right? Yeah, of like which ones are best or whatever, yeah, so there we go. And done. And there we go. We'll get on Mortal 2 and we'll level some we'll level a couple of wolves in the graveyard. I'm just gonna double check the settings here. Video. Low, epic, shadows, post processing. I think I want the effects in the foliage and all that stuff to high, but the shadows can be low. But all the rest of that I want higher. Yeah, this game is not having a problem playing anymore. Nice. So, okay, I'm taking wolves to the graveyard. I need a new set because I got wasted last time, but it's alright. because I have a lot of money. I will take this stack of wood and I will use it for in lieu of a set. I think I died so much that I need to recharge my ring. Oh no, I have 2 charges. Nice, nice, yeah, good. Oh, I only died once. Nice, yeah. So, oh yeah, and I have turn-ins too. Well, yeah, but I need to sell this. So, buy orders of, wait, no, I can't see my, what is this? It's gray wood. Gray. Let's listen to the mortal music, right? Gray wood. 4042, sort by cost, 4042, 42 copper, sold for 42 gold. 42 gold is going in here. Nice. And I feel really a lot better about myself. I've been playing this game well. Foraging. No, I don't have that one. But the yellow sepia, I see those all the time. 3 of them. Maybe I should. I don't know. White cavallo's right here, and it pays like 10 silver. But yellow sepia actually gives you standing. So let's drop this one that I never get around to. It's like the the Timus. We'll drop that one, and we'll take the yellow sepia because I know where that is. And, or no, maybe I'll go just capture a bear. Maybe I'll just take a set out and capture a bear. I think I've got a hunting task. No, I don't know. Do I have a hunting task? Yeah, I do. What is it? It's bears. Yeah, I have bears and scoundrels. But the scoundrel one is a turn-in. Ah, very good. Scoundrel was standing, which was good. So we go with the easiest one that still gives standing. Tribe rats. I've not done a lot of that, but I know a good spot for tribe rats. Kind of. Yeah, I mean, yeah, no, I do. And then there's Rysar soldiers, which I've never done before. And outlaws. I don't know if you'll take me to an outlaw place. But no, let's do the... Well, see, yeah, 50 silver for Fresh Dead General. 60 glory is still really good. Yeah, we'll do the undead general, and because I'm going to the graveyard today, I know I am. So yeah, that's good. And then we'll take pets out there. But first, I got 2 gold, 220 silver here. I need to put a book in, I think, or no, Razorback bag crafting is still in, but very good. Mana. Talk.
Warp drive active.
Now, put that away. What do I do? Silver Theron. Nice. And we'll go glory hunting in the graveyard, right? Yeah, because the bandits are sometimes taken, but the graveyard will always have the general. So now we're going to take, I don't know. Or no, I think I already have a spear, actually. I think I saw a spear in here somewhere.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Yeah, I bought like 5 spears one day, and I'm still not through all of them. Oh my god. I have even more money. Yeah, but the spear's gone, huh? I used that? I did, I guess. I used all the spears I bought. Alright, let's go spear hunting, I guess. Or spear hunting. Oh, yellow sepia. Oh yeah. Can I just turn in the yellow sepia? Will that work? No, it knows if I have or haven't, so let's eat because I died. Oops, no. No, what'd you do? What'd you do? You're stupid, you're stupid. I will need meat for the wolves, so I will take that with me. I need, yeah, you know, well, no, I don't want to take a pickaxe now. I want to level the bears and then, or sorry, I want to level the dire wolves and then take them to Cuprum Amulet. I don't even know the Cuprum Amulet. Yeah, I thought I pulled like a gold amulet. Ooh, what Cavallo ambrosial stuff. Ah, what'd you do? Ah, I hate your item system so much. You are so annoying. Why is it way over here now suddenly? Okay, so there's our first 6 mil of the day.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Oh wait, no, I'm not going that way. I'm going to buy a set. So give me like 40 gold. And we'll buy a set. Equipment, armor parts. Okay, armor parts. Oops. Armor parts. Armor parts. Oops. Armor parts. Ranger. Callard. Luke. Red 20 to be added to videos. Banded torso. Plate. PvE. Buy. Left arm. Right arm. Need legs. Why no legs? You don't sell legs. Where are legs? No, I need legs. That's legs. Where are they? Legs. Why don't you sell legs? Okay, it appears that I'm going to have to wear vendor legs because there's like none for sale here. Yeah, okay, well, alright, that's fine. Oh, I guess I'll buy a spear. Looks good. And I'm gonna have to get legs from the vendor. I need a spear. Out of melee. Flake Rhizar with 34 damage. 34. 34. 40, 46. So that's a spearhead. Raw glass boar. It's 35, 44. Raw long glass. Yeah, I'll buy that. That one's good. Okay, and then what else? I need, I shouldn't carry around 17 gold. I don't need it. I'm going to put away like 15 of it and go buy the rest of the stuff that I need. Yep, there we go. There's a set for, I don't know what it was, like 26 gold or something. There's a spear, and I'm going to buy some bandages and calamine and get some water. Let's just look at what this thing is doing. Very good, and we go to... There we go. Then we go... yeah, we'll buy like 150 bandages. Yep.
Thank you. Please,
and then I want a torch and a pair of pantsuits. Damn it. Ah. Got to get a pair of pants, the best one that you've got. Yeah, these quality leather tendremics. These pants aren't too good, but I mean, like, you know, it's fine. The chest is good, so whatever. What the fuck are you looking at? And then, I need a torch. Yep. And, you know, maybe I'll buy a horse. I guess. I don't know. No, I'm going to take the pets to the graveyard, and I'm not going to even worry about, like, writing anything. And I'll take the 2 pets to the graveyard, which is not a bad run. It was fun. Guess I'm learning how to do razorback bag crafting pretty well. Oh, I might have a lot of gold at the auction house. Nice. So, markets for pets looks like there's a bush pig. There's a steppe horse for 7 gold. 7 gold is so little, but I mean, yeah. I mean, I could just stick my horse in the back and use it as transportation. There's a razorback for 10, and I can ride it too. It's high enough level. I will buy that razorback and just use him. Screw it. And take a couple wolves with me. And I'll make a razorback bag. So yeah, I need what was that? It was like 10 gold. Yeah, 10 gold. Take like 12 gold. Split. Yeah. And oh, did I ever eat? No, I did not eat. Get out of my way. There, I want that. Yeah, my hunger was up a bit, but it's not too bad. Gotta eat and get this out of the way. I'm gonna make sure this doesn't log me. Ruined leather scraps, nice. And so we have 31 silver. I could use this. I'm gonna make some more stuff, I guess. Oh, leather and embossed boots. Yep, make 2 more of them. You get to crafting. Oh, you're out of fire? Oh no, you're probably out of copper. Yeah. But I probably do have a lot of silver. Buy silver as well as copper. Oh, I didn't buy calamine. So I gotta go do that. But I will buy that. I don't know if I have a extra razorback bag. That's a horse bag. Horse bag. Plain amulet. Cuprum, cuprum. There's a silver cornet. Alright, so now I'm just gonna oops, so we go all the way to the end. Approach. Go. And you will mail these along with any. I'm gonna go hunting for ruined leather scraps. Ruined leather scraps. Yeah, there's a couple cheap ones for 4 silver. I'll take it. Yeah, like 1. I'll take it all, yeah. Take your stuff. So each stack is 7. I don't think that's a better deal, actually. It's actually we shouldn't have spent the money. It's alright though. Oh, and I have other stuff to sell, like that boar meat. Boar meat. Post, yep. And what else? Let's post a couple of boots, because they're selling, I guess. Wait, what did you put those up there for, though? Yeah, 15 silver, good. Okay, so I need to go buy that razorback. And then I need to make a bag, which means getting leather. Yeah, leather and guard fur. I need to make a bag. Oh, speaking of bags. Just going to take this gold off the market. Pick up items. Nice. Hey, there was another bit of gold. I'm going to put this away. Nice. We're back up to 330. Okay, we're going to buy a razorback and pull out my wolves. Sort by cost. Yeah, we're looking for that razorback that you were selling if somebody didn't buy it already. Oh, did somebody buy it already? Oh, really? No, there it is. But nice. That was good. That was a good deal. Dire wolves. Yeah, if I need them, that's good to know. So unstable. Oh, look, I have another razorback too. But we'll pull out the razorback that I have, and the dire wolf. And these are the two that will level. How's that for pet points? Because then they can get really big. Well, they both can get really big. Oh, yeah, creatures, hold F to mount. Creatures too low level. Oh. You have to get bigger. You do. That sucks. Oh, well. Let's feed the wolf. And I don't know. I guess I'll slaughter a pig for the razorback. Oh, yeah. Now I should be out here. And I'm going to farm. Yep. And I'm just going to give this straight to the razorback. Yep. Get some more leather. Let's start with like getting you guys to attack. Nice, they got him. Yeah. Oh, Razorback's hurt. Oops. So you. Oh, did I not turn off the? Oh, there we go. Okay, so. Now we need to go get calamine and water. I thought I could ride that one. Okay, so I am trying to make a large razorback bag. There, I made 3 saddles, and I didn't get anything from it, but I made 3 saddles. And then we'll put this on the razorback. Razorback bags. You have to do pig. All right, what else? I have to get calamine and water.
See what I have for you.
Calamine. Oops. Yep. I want that. I want, I don't know, 140 or I don't know, like 200. That seems like a lot, but yeah, we'll get like 250 calamine. Yeah, excellent.
Nice talking to you.
Then we will come and yep, and I think that's everything. Is it? No, water. I need to get water. Yeah, look awesome. So I want water. Okay. And then can I ride you yet? No. That's okay. Let's just heal him. Six skills, nice. Okay, what do we do now? We put all the rest of this stuff away. Sell saddles. all the rest of this away. Okay, I believe we are good. I even have food for the wolf. I'll put it on the... Oops. Oh, my bag key changed is what it is. Oh, okay. Well, why did that happen? Okay. Oh, yeah. All right. So next to X, we need all pets bags to be... I think the keybind just has changed. It's like B... Save? Okay. Now you are... Okay, you are good. Yep, I'm going to bandage you one last time. And now we're going out east to the graveyard. Okay, so now that we have that dealt with, we're going to sell these pants.
Welcome to my inn, weary traveler. What can I do for you?
Light bless you.
And I will go out down to the Westfall, finally. And I'm totally ready. Why am I only using one? You're dumb. OG Shrimp Gang. Let's see. Splattercat Gaming for fashioning such a gem of a Wild West RPG. Madman's making a solo EverQuest RPG and I'm here for it.
What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle. Today in the world of indie games, I've got another weird one for you. Today we're going to be taking a look at a title called Shore. I don't know how many of you are as old as I am, but Shore is basically a single-player recreation of the experience you would have had if you had played EverQuest in its prime. So this is a game that comes equipped with all of the little annoyances that existed back in EverQuest days. You make a character, there's like an artificial login portal. Once you get online, you know, you've got like people, you've got an LFG in order to find groups. You go down into dungeons, you fight enemies, you complete quests, you've got to hail people and whatnot, just like you had to back in like the old Ultima Online days and whatnot. And so I thought this game was very unique and interesting in a sea of things that are basically just knockoff Slay the Spire card games and Vampire Survivors ripoffs. And so I figured I would give this one a go. We're already off on a good streak this week. We already covered single-player RuneScape. So why not cover single-player EverQuest? So if after watching this you wanted to get the game for yourself, it's currently in development, but this demo is publicly available. Anybody can go play this right now. It includes like the first 10 levels of the game that you can play around with. These are my party members right here. I actually literally had to LFG to get these party members. I had to go outside the dungeon and I had to /shout LFG, and then they all sent me like tells and stuff, and they were like, yo, I could be there in like 5 minutes. And like some of them you actually have to wait for them to get there and whatnot. Like it actually feels pretty good. Like if you click on these little guys right here, they have different bios. Like that, you know how like in old MMOs like EVE Online, you could have like an edgelord 15-year-old bio inside your character.
Yes.
These guys have them too. What's up? If you're looking to XP or grind and you don't suck, hit me up and we can play. If you suck,
if you don't
hit
suck,
up Sindara. She sucks too.
She sucks
like,
too.
I love that they have like these little references to other players, and it's kind of like that
she sucks too.
And that childishness of like old online MMOs where nothing you do was ever going to affect your real life or make you trend on Twitter. But anyways, the game's listed down below. You can also find a link to my Discord and my Twitch stream, just in case you wanted to hang out live.
She sucks
Let's
too.
play some Erenshore. What am I doing right now? Well, I just arrived in Erenshore. I'm level 3, and I decided to grab a party because in the old EverQuest days, you couldn't do anything without a party. So even like the level 1 ridiculous baby dungeons that were outside of Kinos and whatnot, you had to go get like 5 or 6 people to stack up with you just to stand a chance, and then you had to hope that other players were not there farming it already.
Oh, right, I didn't
you had
buy
to hope
ammo.
that like all the good spawns weren't taken, and so I'm coming down to the
Joel,
bottom of this bandit dungeon right here to see if I can like get rid of some people. Oh, there's Sindara right there. Apparently she sucks. Apparently she and Jethro have some kind of like internal beef going on. I didn't expect the reference to actually be like a real person inside of the game. Alright, well, I mean, we've got a party. We just cleared out a dungeon, so, like, let's go ahead and head on out and explore this thing. I've only played for, like, 30 minutes before this to get the tutorial done, and so, like, we should probably go chat with some people, figure out, like, some quests or some activities we can do. There's, like, a spider over there, a grass spider. You can identify these guys, too. I think by right-clicking them. Yeah, if you right-click them, it does the same thing that it used to do in EverQuest, where it gives you, like, a rough synopsis of how tough the critter is and whether or not you can handle it. Nothing in the spider loot, but there's a shop back here, and I gotta like sell off all my stuff so that my inventory will be nice and empty. But I don't think I actually hailed this guy either. Like, if I hail you, does anything happen? Welcome to the island, traveler. If you need supplies, I have them. If you're passing through, you may be here a while still. Remember that I'm here, and do yourself a favor and avoid the ritual. It looks like they started it up again.
Well met.
There's no telling what it's for. We stopped asking and they do their thing and they leave us alone. It just bugs me. We don't know where they even come from. Must be some hidden place on the island. Okay, so like there's like a ritual or something happening here. There's also an item shop over here, and I need to like sell off a bunch of the garbage that's inside my inventory. That's a paladin ability, but I gotta be level 6 before I can learn it. Selling stuff in this game, it's kind of like a pain in the weenus, just like it was in old games. You gotta click on it and then click on sell for each and every one. Like, it's apparent that when he was designing this game, he was specifically trying to recreate all of the weird quirks of like early to like Luckland EverQuest, like when it comes to interacting with NPCs and whatnot. You can whisper random people that you see running around. They don't really have like giant conversation trees, but like you can whisper them and be like, shut up and stop shouting, and then they'll be like, whatever man, you don't make any sense. Like there's like random things that'll come up while you're cruising around. How good is that sword? I think my mace is better than that sword. I don't think I can equip stuff though while I'm inside that menu. I think I gotta do that right there. Oh, it gives me plus 10 to my health, which the rusty sword doesn't. Nice, dude. Okay, let's open him back up, and then we'll sell off the sword because I don't think I need it. He'll give me 4 gold for ancient bones. I'll sell all 3 of them. Are any of these for me? We've got a druid spell right there. He'll give me 32 gold for that spell. I have duplicates of this one down here. Oop, just learned it. Nice.
Go with honor,
So we'll
friend.
sell Lunar Madness, and then just like in EverQuest, you've got to press like B, and you've got to open up your spell book over here, and then like you've got to like put your taunts down here, because like I'm a tank, I'm a paladin, so my party is going to be expecting me to hold aggro. I don't know exactly who the healer is just yet, and I haven't like figured out. Let's try this. Let's try this. So we'll go shout.
It's a genius
LFG.
idea for a game. I'm jealous of it. But yeah, why not just fucking do the whole thing? Looking for I guess I kind of need a like a supply thing, like a weaponsmith maybe, or not a weaponsmith, but like anybody sell quivers?
See you around.
I shouldn't have done anything with my bow, because, well, I don't know, maybe they'll just sell me a bow or a crossbow now. Let's see.
How are you?
Will you sell me a crossbow?
later.
No, you won't. You suck. Ah, you're so annoying. I guess I've got to go back to Stormwind and take my weapon off of the market. I just thought that this would be okay, but it won't be. I need a...
Need help?
Yeah, you don't sell fucking quivers.
Light bless you.
Really? You don't sell quivers? You're so annoying. Where do I even get a quiver from? I guess, oh, I can probably make one. Oh, yeah, there we go. So, okay. Stressing out about that. I was like, I don't know. So, yeah, you go in place of... No, not that, but that. Yeah, and I want you to show, and I want you to put you... Oh, no. Light leather quiver. Increases range attack speed. So, but... Oh. No, I needed to make an ammo pouch. Okay. Oops, I needed to make an ammo pouch is what I needed to do. So, that's okay. We'll just mail this stuff out. Ammo pouch is going to take more light leather. There we go. I like the idea of this game. I might buy it.
And see if that works. It says that Sindara's going to come join us. What is she? Is she a paladin?
Is it multiplayer?
Looks like she's a level 3 druid, so yeah.
Let's go see if it's actually multiplayer. It'd be stupid if it wasn't. But I mean, I get it if it isn't, but I mean, like, I guess it's probably not.